Cycle. Today we're going to take a quick look at our DRC silicone radiator hoses. We're going to install this on our Suzuki DRZ400S. Very similar install to pretty well any other motorcycle you own if you're going to put on these silicone radiator hoses. We're going to take a quick look at the advantages to this product and how to install it. So these hoses are produced out of the very similar type material that you'd have on those new silicone, say, oven mitts or other type of gloves. The reason why this is much better than the rubber that you'd have on your bike right now is the silicone is much more flexible, much more heat resistant, as well as it takes a lot more abrasion in order to cut through it. So versus our stock rubber hoses, which are easily cut and sliced, and as well they don't take that constant temperature change as well over a time period, they tend to break down. These silicone hoses have about 2 or 3 times longer lifespan than our rubber hoses. Let's get these mounted up on our bike. Just so you know, Suzuki's had a habit of putting this little screw here in the radiator cap just to make it really nice and difficult for you to remove your radiator cap. Loosen off the screw and we can pull this cap off. So one of the first steps to installing these hoses, we need to drain our coolant system. This is our main coolant hose here into our water pump, which then circulates the coolant throughout the engine. Down here on the bottom is a drain bolt. You have to open up the cap on the main radiator, open up this drain bolt, and it should drain most of the coolant out of the entire system through this bolt into our pan down here. Let's get it done. So, after our coolant's drained, our next task is we have to remove the 3 factory hoses with these you can call them screw clamps or worm gear clamps. We just have to remove these. And there's a bit of a barb on here. You'll actually have to pry and push these off and over the edge. Sometimes they're difficult, sometimes they're not, but we've got to pull these off. And I'm replacing these one at a time, reusing my clamps right up to the spot where the factory hose was. I'll go attach the other side here real quick. We'll see where we're at. Next, I'm going to have to remove the tank from this bike because we have a hose from the left and right radiator that connects the two together that's right underneath this tank. So we got to pull it off just to get to that hose quick. So the reason we had to remove this tank is we have our upper hose here, runs underneath our main frame over to this side. We've got to change that hose out, again, just a screw clamp here on each side. Let's get to it. So now we have that hose that goes underneath our frame under the tank. We have one hose left right here at the bottom of the rad that we got to replace. So now we have our 3 radiator hoses installed. We just have to button up this bike and fill the coolant system full of coolant once again. So now we're done our Suzuki DRZ400S, the DRC radiator hose kit that's made out of silicone. Got them all installed. I've run the bike a few times, run some coolant through. I'm just going to take it for a quick ride, come back and check for any coolant leaks. Thanks for watching.